Alright, as usual, we'll start with Bomber, then Winda, then Verdant, and then Pop. I'm gonna start with these bottom four. So 3 with RB and 1 with Killer Tune. Starting off with Fiendsmith. You've had more missions with Link summoning and trap activation lately? Okay. Oh wow, I'm surprised you're, okay. I was surprised you went for Droll first, but I feel like, you know, it was to bait a cross out or something. Okay, Punk. Is he gonna actually go in here or just pass? Yeah, figured he would just pass. Figured you'd wait for him to commit to a summon first before max seeing. You know, that's usually what you want to do. So you at least guarantee you get a draw. Wait for him to commit to a summon. I got you, Pop. I'll get to you once I get through the others who have replays first. I mean, that's pretty much what Fiendsmith has been. It's just been an engine that anyone can slap in to, like, bait or force out disruptions, you know? Before they commit to their real... combo plays. Since it usually doesn't require a normal summon so long as you open tracked. Yeah. And simple game. Then versus Millennium. Where the people run Kashtira on Forest Punk. Yeah. Oh, okay. Wasn't expect them to just get thrown out like that. Cross out, okay. And you have Ash and Maxi in your hand. Okay, Clockwork Knight. Into Shepherd's Crook. Got the counter trap and pass. Not bad. This is hold on. Okay, I guess the negate is probably a hard once per turn. It needs to do anything when attack is declared involving an opponent's monster and RB Brute Blues. Okay. So that can potentially wipe the field if he tries to attack into Brute. Yeah, that seems about right. Oh, he rage quit. Now they're playing Killer Tune. RB just better Weather Painter? I don't know about being compared to Weather Painter, but it's not a bad deck, I will say that. Yeah, I don't see how they're like Weather Painter. The only thing I can see like related to Weather Painter is like, you know, gaining effects while being pointed to the link while being pointed to by the link 3. That's about it. RB is good going first or second. Yeah. Chain Imperm, Chain Killer Tune Synchro. Dodge the Imperm. Potentially. Yep. Up, okay. Didn't even get to see what his hand was, but whatever. Wait, hold up. What did you randomly banish the Ripper? Oh my god, you did. Okay, playing Monodium Reframing. Just put your Duel ID in the chat and make sure your replay is public, as well as telling me which replay it is you want me to view. Everyone normally has 2 Rippers. Yeah, I know, but still, getting rid of 1 is still really good. First and second, cool. And just immediately surrenders. Cool. And for the final one, RB versus, it looks like White Forest Centurion. Ashing the stage landing. You're playing that trap in hand because there's a new pen deck that's all. Yeah, a Neocraft, whatever it is. And Imperm, Jesus. Is that the second one? Got Ash and Impermed. Still not bad. You at least have a spell trap negate and Droll. But against Centurion, it's not going to do much, but against White Forest, it can definitely do stuff against White Forest. Not to mention with Clockwork Knight turning all their monsters into machines. Yep, okay, that's an immediate surrender. And Neocraft is annoying because you always get defissured and shifted. Yeah, it's a shame that that's been relegated to just using floodgates like that. And then next up is Window. Okay, all of them are Ice Barrier. There's a trap that negates all flip effect monsters. I mean, yeah. But if you're playing a tech just for one deck, then any other time you're not facing that deck is going to be a brick. And you know how Master Duel is. Whenever you face the deck, you don't draw the card. And whenever you're not facing the deck, it's going to be in your opening hand and just be dead. Better to be safe than sorry? I mean, I guess, but, you know. Alright. Belt Georges, but didn't even bother to call by it. And then imperming it right away. Unaffected, nice. Versus Killer Tune, and I get to summon 2. Oh, he's trying to negate it. Okay, so that's not going to do anything because it's unaffected this turn. Wow. Okay, bro did not read, right? Because the trap makes it this spell makes it unaffected. Target one monster on the field is unaffected by card effects this turn except for its own. It's okay. Bro did not read at all. Literally wasted his own negate for no reason. Which one is this? Shutting him down with spells. Got a pretty much anti-spell fragrance on legs. Yeah, see you on Wednesday, Bomber. So now any monster effect that activates on the field is negated. Or not, he has to discard it if he doesn't want it negated. Please tell me he doesn't try to go for the Lancia again, or Trishula. Yeah, okay, so he did get rid of the General Raiho. Oh, and that turns off the Warlock as well because it doesn't have another ice barrier. Isn't RS a hard one to return on its negate? Yeah. Now it's just gonna get reduced to 0. Unless he negates it. What effect is he applying? Okay, bouncing. Okay, that's whatever. And then he gets to summon Trishula off of this. And he scoops once they get banished. Unless Ward's a mid-synchro. I mean, it's just everything else that Killer Tune does that makes the deck really oppressive. Ooh, got evenly matched going second against Horus. The two singers are kind of mid. They're situational like Crackle and Loudness War. Okay. Yeah. So Baron is going to be Zombie, Vampire. Nope, okay. Hope Harbinger. So Spell, Negate, and Omni Negate. Should be an easy way to hopefully bait them both. And if that's one baited, Talons could potentially bait the Baron and then get even lead. Yep. Baron took the bait, and now he gets even lead. Instead of a super Q effect, you'd rather have them get 2 good synchros. Yeah, it's just Q stopping harder cards. I mean, still, having having the opponent's hand knowledge is still in itself really powerful because, again, you can still set up your board to play around all the cards in your opponent's hand. And then, of course, the extra factor is manipulating the top cards of your deck. And so they know what you're going to draw, so there's no surprises. And they can play around literally everything you do, which is just unfair. Oh, you got 3 Shadow? Cool. And there's Lancia. I think due to the amount of replays we have from everyone, I'll do just 3 max. Due to the amount, we have quite a few people who have replays today. And then there's Typhon. Forcing to discard the Super Poly, that's funny. And then Trishula can banish it. Well, no, I guess it's not treated as a Synchro Summon. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's not treated as a Synchro Summon. Unless it is and it just can't activate because of Typhon. Yeah, Special Summon. Yeah, alright, so yeah. It's not a Synchro Summon, so yeah, it wouldn't have activated even if it was. Trap Dust Shoot is banned for a reason, and now deck design philosophy is hand knowledge on top of turn 0 plays, yeah. Another Lancia. I mean, he already has enough for a game here. And there it is. Oh, okay, didn't even bother going to battle, I guess. Made him surrender on his own. And then for the last one, got Ice Barrier versus Branded. Okay, this one is 6 turns. And you're going second. Oh, okay, they just brick turn 1. I'm assuming at least one of those face-down cards is a Super Poly. Maybe a called by or something. Okay, Droll. Didn't even bother using called by on the Droll. Yep, Fallen Virtuous. Figured that'd be one. Yep, get rid of the Albion. If he activates anything, that'll trigger Lancia, and then that'll also turn on the Warlock. If he special summons anything, that is. He's probably just going to try to pop the Lancia, and then that's just going to summon Trishula to banish all of his back row, right? Well, now he has an Ice Barrier. So now all spells must be set. And yep, there we go. Banish. Pretty much his remaining back row cards. Nope, okay, just banishing one. So yeah, banish from hand. Just chaining everything, huh? And got rid of the high spirits in their hand. Hold on, I've never seen what the Ice J token actually looks like. Oh, that's a nice token. Too bad Ice Blade token. I like that token. I want that as like an actual IRL token design to get or something. Sword Cells doesn't have an official token. I mean, they get it in game. They have one though. Like whenever you summon a Sword Soul token off of, you know, Mo Yi or something, and there's an artwork for it. Not IRL. I mean, does Branded have one IRL? I haven't seen that one. I don't really know about token designs, but I don't know if they have one IRL either. And just 3. Yep. So Weather Painter versus Blue Eyes, then Endymion versus Sky Striker, then Punk versus Branded. It's all good. You don't have to get perfect replays or anything. Not recently. They got support a while back. Yeah. You have one replay? Okay. Still need to get one turn combo. I mean, you pretty much got two Omni negates, so. Okay. Still haven't died on a normal summon, unfortunately. Yo, how's it going? Okay, Weather Painter stuff comes back. You had the full back row, so you saved it? Yeah. And he just immediately gave up after that. Do you remember a replay about the Winged Dragon of Ra versus Dracotail? I don't think so. Centurion fell off so hard, as well as Jubel. Well, yeah, mostly because Jubel just got power crept, and then, you know, Jubel mostly got power crept as well as a few hits on the ban list, you know. Okay, so far so good. Not bad. I don't know about using Jackal King as a material. I probably would have much rather have used Basilisk. Probably would have used Basilisk as link material than use Jackal King to summon back out the Basilisk or whatever. But well, no, you still needed a card to pop with Astrograph, so it's kind of like eh. Could have gone either way, but I would have just used the Basilisk as link material instead of the Jackal King. Like I know he can add one back. I know you can add one back from the extra deck to your hand, but still. Yeah, you can add it back. And then Beyond for an Endymion, I'm assuming. Yep. Making it that double Jackal King Pendulum summon. And Endymion. So you can have like triple Jackal King with like Vortex and whatnot. And then use Selene to summon Endymion from grave. And there you go. Triple Monster Negate. Triple Monster Negate, Spell Trap Negate, and an Omni Negate. As long as your opponent activates a spell that you... Okay, yeah, that's perfectly fine. Fuel for all the Jackal Kings. Chain Called by the Grave. Bro, I don't know what the point of that was. If he catch you up on this deck, you're trolling. You're trolling ASAP? Yeah. Honestly, when I saw the Call by the Grave, I thought it was going to be a chain droplet. That's usually how it goes. Widow Anchor. What? Why go after Selene? Does he just want it as a link material? This one drones, he can use that for drop it, yeah. Access code, okay. I mean, Called By wasn't really doing anything. There were no pendulums engraved to Called By. The Called By was literally doing nothing, so. Or, yeah, save it for the second Electromite. That's when the Called By the Grave would have been good. Save it for the second Electromite. But then again, Vortex would have been able to negate anyways. And that's game. And then the third one, Psychic Punks versus Branded. And the last one is Cookie Cutter Psychic Punk. Looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I think so. I don't even know if I'm going to participate, to be honest. I probably would want to for the gems, but... And, okay, got Draco Tail stuff here. Arthalion. Yeah, I need the gems too. At least you still got to draw off of the Maxi. Yeah, I need gems for when the Resonator support comes out. Pulling that full power just for the event? No, keep Tempai dead. Increasing its level, okay. Popping the Dragon Drive. Super Poly, okay. Dodge the pop. What effect does this thing have? Oh, gains 1,000 for each Synchro Xyz. And Link used as this material. Nah, keep Tearlament dead. Keep Tearlament dead as well. And there's Psychic and Punisher. They don't... I don't think Draco Tail has an out to Psychic and Punisher. Unless they like intentionally crash into it just to get their life points lower. Like, they're only out to it is just crashing a monster to get their life points lower. Omega Rainberry just preferred quick duelist climbs instead of suffering, yeah. And it's gonna be even worse now that Branded has their support. Like, now Branded like really combos during the end phase. So it's like Branded turns may seem like they got shorter, but they're still just as long because they do all their stuff in the end phase as well now. Your best bet against Branded is to just force a bunch of activations and hope you time them out. Brandon got none on Secretary on Floodgate. I mean, I guess. But I'm fairly certain they have been out to Secretarion. Like, don't they also run freaking, what's the name of that Despian fusion monster? Quiritis? Don't they also run Quiritis? Yeah, you do, but you can protect Secretarion with your life. Your control doesn't work. Does it stop you from summoning? Secretarion doesn't stop you from summoning dragons, does it? Very nice. Next up is Puffag. Just gotta scroll up real quick, so just give me a second. There we go. It doesn't, but yeah. Can't they just summon, what's his name? What's the name of that freaking, one of those Albaz fusions? Fuck, I'm blanking on branded names real quick. I'm blanking on branded names at the moment. No, not that. 581 5 9 Lenatus. I mean, that's a contact fuse, so yeah, Lenatus is one way. Yeah, they can Alba Lenatus. That is one, but I was thinking about something else. It's one of the, God, I don't know why I'm blanking. Yeah, but like a lot. I'll do these top three that you have. Why am I blanking on its name? It's one of the Albaz fusions. Normal summon Albaz infused with Secretary. Yeah, I know, but still. They're pretty much gonna have to pop it immediately. Or you just set it. Like, set the Albaz and then immediately just contact fuse into freaking Alba Lenatus to get rid of Secretarion, so there's that. Well, this is branded. Jesus Christ, I can at least get the name of the card here. Freaking, where is it? This one, Jesus Christ. Like, even if you don't have Alba Lenatus, you can just technically summon Titanclad to, like, attack over it if you need be. But yeah, you can literally just Alba Lenatus. You can literally just Alba Lenatus contact fuse with it, and then that deals with the Secretarion. Speaking of, we're on the new branded. Immediate Super Poly, not gonna let him make the level 8 Synchro, I'm assuming. Making his own Albion, okay. Most players forgot what Albaz does. Contact fuse during Blue Eyes format was so fun. Yeah, even more funny when you just set the Albaz and then they don't even see it coming. Yeah, that's the funny. That is a bit more funny. You know, you just set it, they think you bricked or something when you set a monster in defense, and then next you know, they just see their cards getting swiped off the field. I mean, yeah, that's when Branded Fusion first came out in Master Duel. Got your overframe rare. MST, the banishment. Yeah, I have like no place whatsoever. Oh, excuse me. And then just chains Fulos. Branded mirror matches be like whoever the better pilot wins, yeah. It's either whoever is the better pilot or, you know, whoever doesn't time out first. and the surrender. And then I'm assuming these are both branded mirror matches. The only time that once with branded in it was trying to win under Maxi, going second into a full board of Vanquish Soul Canine. Yeah. Well, we have Called by the Grave to stop any potential ashes or drolls. You know, funnily enough, I've never watched the Chronicles of, I need to still watch the, Branded Chronicles on YouTube. I need to still watch those. I haven't watched it yet. Branded is Konami's favorite child? Yeah. Nah, he has his own Call by the Grave. Does being the best art designs? Yeah. Yeah, their lore gets the best art designs. Like the, like that alt art for freaking Fusion Deployment is probably one of my favorite alt arts. It's like, I saw the cards that came in the Chronicles structure deck and I had to pick it up IRL. Making Dragon that Devours the Dogma. Even the new town, the Thrust alt art is fire? Yeah. Like branded, like the branded lore gets so many alt arts. Like, you have Incredible Ecclesia with an alt art. You have Dogmatica Ecclesia with an alt art. You have Floor with an alt art. Albaz has an alt art. Freaking Cartesia has an alt art. Aluber has an alt art. Jesus Christ, it's like just wow. The branded lore has so many alt arts, it's insane. Like, and then of course there's Fusion Deployment and Thrust. And then, yep, Mirror Jade, Overframe Mirror Jade, and Master Duel. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I thought the Overframe Mirror Jade was gonna be harder to get, but nah. I think it just has like the same, I feel like it has like the same UR drop rate, quote unquote. It's just, you know, you're probably just trying to fish for a royal Overframe Mirror Jade. How you go, again, just put your dual ID in the chat and make sure your replay is public. Okay, but the, this thing is unaffected since there's an Ecclesia in the grave. Yeah. Yeah, it's unaffected if Ecclesia in either grave, yeah. Top one, cool. Honestly, getting a lot of people with replays today, surprisingly. Honestly, I may have to cut it down to like 2 if we keep getting more people. But I think we should be good for now. I should still be able to do 3. Literally know they're all your burners. Yeah. Honestly, I'm any deck after Malleus doesn't interest. After what? Oh, Malice doesn't interest you, but can appreciate branded. Yeah. And then again, funny thing is, I'm building branded now, but I feel like, again, like I said before, like I said on Friday, I'm obligated to build branded now because not only did I pull Overframe Mirror Jade, I pulled a Royal Finish branded fusion. So at this point, I'm obligated to play branded after pulling a Royal Finish branded fusion. I have to now. And then another mirror. Branded is one of those high skill ceiling with minions to play it that it doesn't get repetitive. Yeah. Am I going to be a Branded Andy? No. I may play it, but again, probably not too much because again, you see how much slower. I mean, again, you've seen me duel live on PlayStation. You know how much slower my activations are on PlayStation. So no, if I tried playing Branded too much on PlayStation, there would be so many duels where I timed out because, you know, it just wastes seconds. But yeah, if I had like a PC, it'd be a lot better, but no. I'm broke, so I'm stuck on PlayStation. If you give me 1,000 bits while I play Triple D, shit, maybe. I would need the gems to pull from the pack and craft the cards, but honestly, I would love to play Triple D, but again, I think being on PlayStation, I feel like being on PlayStation would just make it hard. Well, yeah, but I won't be able to stream it, you know? How else am I gonna stream my suffering playing Master Duel if I'm on mobile? And then Mercurier, Jesus. Well, whatever you summon is probably gonna get immediately fused with Golden Sword Soul, maybe. Yep, okay, that dragon that devours the dogma. Gave him free dogma materials there. And there's Quiritis. Doesn't Quiritis summon an Albaz if it's destroyed by card effect or something? Oh, if it just leaves the field by if it leaves the field by card effect. And then there's the droplet. Is D-Barrier banned on Master Duel? Unfortunately, no, it is not. Well, that triggers that. You get to summon an Albaz now, or Aluburn, that works. Still haven't used your normal summon either. But Mirror Jade hasn't activated either. So it's not to worry about Mirror Jade. Yeah, use thrust into freaking, thrust into D-Barrier. Gonna get tired of getting blasted by Killer Tune? Yeah. And there's your own Mirror Jade. Albaz, Contact Fuse. Make Albion the Sanctifier Dragon. Add back Retribution. Daytime out. There's a new meta cash players come out of the woodwork with all these D-shifters and Macrocosmos. Yeah. I figured, yeah. That's what I'm saying, like, Brandon can just time out. Alright. I'm gonna have to scroll up here a little bit to get more people who have replays. Yeah, next up is a Fuvi. I don't know how to say that name. I think, yeah. First and second, okay. 307. Foofy, yeah. I'm gonna forget about like the next stream if you tune in again or something. 634. I have bad memory. I guess I was gonna make sure that's right. 779 307 634. Don't get how people time out when you probably because people are still probably trying to figure out the deck. That's usually how it is. feel like there's someone else who has some, I think. He's branded noob. I mean, I'm gonna be a branded noob. Even if I have the Chronicles deck IRL, I'm still gonna be a branded noob. Alright, Ashing. So Elf Note versus Exo Sisters. And then, okay, Malva will be next. Just never like fusion decks outside of Metal Foes. Yeah. I've always been more fond of synchro decks. Mostly because, you know, I think as a kid, like when I was a kid, in elementary school, I think that's when like 5Ds was out. So, and I always thought like the cards with the white barriers were like really cool, even though I didn't know how to play. I always found like the white barriers, the synchro monsters, really cool as a kid. And then I would watch like 5Ds on 4Kids on Saturdays and stuff. I mean, that's a big reason of it, and it's like, it's technically the only Yu-Gi-Oh series where the main protagonist is an adult, and I like that. And it's probably one of the more mature series, alongside, I'd say, Brains. But yeah, I mostly like that. 5Ds is like one of my favorites because the main cast is mostly adults. With the exception of, you know, the twins. Better submit replays. Honestly, with the amount of people I have replays, I'm not sure if I'll be able to get to it today, but for future reference, you just, again, as long as you're watching, just submit your Duelist ID in the chat and make sure your replay is public, as well as letting me know which replay it is. Remember in Duel Links during Duelist Cup, actually climbed to duel level max, going 35 and 2? Jesus. With Metal Foes? Honestly, even back when I was playing Duel Links, I didn't participate in the Duelist Cups. But yeah, I still have like quite a few people who have replays, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to even get to it today. Okay. Black Rose Field Wipe. And his Chain Link blocked as well, so he can't negate it. And he immediately surrenders because of that. That's funny. And then, oh boy, Fiendsmith tier limit. Nah, just for today. This is rare. When you play branded, you don't play cards that other branded people play. Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Whenever you out their board, they usually just surrender. Yeah. Okay, Fuulus in the draw phase. That's, or no, that's Perilia, not Fuulus. Oh wow, I actually got 2 draws off of that. No one tried Tier Malice. Someone probably did. It's gonna be just Caesar pass. Pilgrim Reaper, no, he's going in. Right, again, he's under Perilia, not Fuulus. Dang, milled 5. Yeah, a bunch of mirrors. Faith Branded Fusion was their only starter. It's common that they don't play Bistio Lubellion. Yeah. Back when I played Duel Links, I mostly played free-to-play decks for the most part. I was one of the people who played, freaking, Oro Mages at first, because again, most of the cards were free and easy to get, so that was like my first deck that I actually started climbing ranked with. And then once I actually started using gems, I moved on to Triamid, because Triamid was actually somewhat decent in Duel Links for a while. And not many people really had an answer to Sphinx. Yeah, they were free to play a lot, yeah. And then alongside Triamids, when Xyz came out, I played Digital Bugs as well. So yeah, those are like my three main decks. Aro Mages, Triamid, and Digital Bugs. Silver cards even worth keeping. Sofa Yummies is, yeah, I don't know. Should have played Thunder Dragon? Nah, I've never been a fan of Thunder Dragon. And trust me, I know how Thunder Dragon was. I just wasn't a fan of it. There's Desiree. Agnumde. Bro did not get the gamble of his life. That's that one person who piloted 6 stamps all the time. Surprisingly lengthy turn 1. That was a surprisingly lengthy turn 1 to end on, you know, Kaleido Heart and Desiree, but you know, it's like whatever. Bro's way too trick happy. Oh, is he one of those people that just pushes the shiny button? He sees it activate, so he clicks yes. Crime. Yep. I mean, just synchro. Uses crime on that, yeah. He just clicked yes to the first thing he saw, it looked like. And then he surrenders, or either surrenders or timed out somehow. Yeah, he timed out. His turn 1 took so long to end on like 2 monsters and a couple of back row that he actually just timed out there. Alright. Next up is Malva. Give me a second here. There we go, I got their ID pulled up here. 174 865 660. And just one. Oh boy. Oh, it's on the bottom, okay. Ah, Winged Dragon of Ra. And then I think it'll have to be Westland, and then I think I'll be out of time after I get the Westlands replay. Have the new support for Black Rose, does a whole lot of nothing, yeah. Yeah, it's just basically a burn deck, essentially. Just burn and reduce, but I still like it. I've liked the aesthetic of Black Rose. But yeah, after this, Westland's going to be the last person I can do replays for because of time. The only one that plays Corvitis. I've not seen any other branded deck play it. I mean, what's his name? The person who won the last Meta Weekly, Abelmai, he was running it in DK's Meta Weekly. I don't think he actually summoned it, but he was using it. Mentor got done dirty, support drop when the meta and power crept. Yeah. I mean, I don't know, they had some tops. Man, this sphere mode's probably gonna go super hard here. But still. Purely yummy. I don't think I've seen that. The Master Duel Memento was just Xyz's Floodgate. Really? What was the Xyz's Floodgate? Which card are you talking about? I'm probably just dumb. Nor Baguska. Really? Take the ball. Got the name, but it was level 5 that got banned a while ago. Oh, Paradise Smasher? Oh, right, that thing. Yeah. It's a shame that some decks just rely on degenerate shit. Like, it's a shame that, like, some decks can be cool, but then they resort to using floodgates. And then I don't feel bad when their whole strategy revolves around those floodgates, so when that floodgate gets banned, their deck completely dies. Again, I always keep saying, I keep using this deck as an example, because, like, the prime example. Like, aesthetically, freaking Virtual World was such a cool deck. Virtual World was such a cool deck, but it was just VFD Turbo, or True King of all calamities. Once True King got banned, Virtual World disappeared pretty much entirely. Same thing with Adamanticators at first. Once Block Dragon got banned, Adamanticators disappeared, and then they came back a little bit once it came back. But now they mostly just use, but now it's mostly just magnets using them now. But again, Virtual World was like the prime example of a deck being carried by one singular card. And once that card is gone, the deck just doesn't do anything and everyone just drops it. Okay, Cypher Dragon, okay. Take control. Using it as an Xyz into Cypher X Dragon. Paradise was just busted. Griffin is a waste of extra space memento. Then full armor photon. Alright, force to protect. That's why Memento Canine's a thing. Another Cypher Blade Dragon. Pop it again. Call by the Grave. 4K to the face. To be fair, a lot of cards weren't made for the future in mind. Yeah. Thing doing? It's got a lot of bodies here. Going against Memento uninterrupted is still not a win. Yeah. You tried Memento Canine, kept getting cooked by Maxi and Foolis. Yeah. Paradise, Rongo Bongo, and Hulk. Absolutely not. Keep Rongo banned because you already know people. I mean, people were already abusing Rongo with like those